intro of the video. How are we doing, guys? Hopefully everyone's doing well. We are in for arms slash like top-up day, the last of these sessions. I've been running this for the last 4 weeks. I pretty much have broken up my post-prep into my gaining phase into different phases. I go on holiday tomorrow. Now that's going to align nicely with a deload and nicely with a change of split. So the first few weeks post-prep, I ran 4 sessions per week. I then transitioned into pretty much 4 sessions with a top-up day. This is the last of that. And then when I'm back from my holiday after a deload, I'm going to be training at 5 times per frequency. Training splits changing slightly based off the fact of workload, let's say capability and capacity. And then also at the same time, Finn's asked to train with me for the latter end of his prep, because Finn has been, maybe not the best. Probably that's the best way I could describe it. So pretty much I'm carrying Finn through the latter end of his prep training wise. So we're going to be running Monday push, Tuesday lower with a bit more of a quad focus. Wednesday is going to be pull and delts. Friday is going to be another lower day, more so quad for me. And then Saturday is going to be our hip hinge day. I'm going to assess about a second pressing rotation because I have a bit of pull and delts as mentioned on I have the delt work on the Wednesday. But I think I might sneak some chest work into either Friday or Saturday session based off recovery. But basically what we're doing is we're going from 4, let's say, big sessions to 5 big sessions. We went from 4 big sessions to then 4 big sessions and 1 top-up day, which is today. And now we're transitioning after the holiday to 5 big sessions. So what I want to do is almost kind of run through what this day is intentionally designed for in the sense of physique development. The reason why this is a top-up day was so I could keep the quality of workload the highest spot possible. When I was running the 4 big sessions, I wanted the quality to be as high as possible. I noticed towards the latter end of the sessions, the quality started to drop off. So the arm work, the delt work, got a little bit suboptimal for what I would be looking for when it comes to just overall quality. So this is a top of day, arms, pretty much superset, bit of blood flow, bit of delt work, bit of ab work, a bit of calves as well. As I can see, I'm holding this. Sam caught me while I was going to actually take it. Conte Sports, it's official. The Here We Go had been announced. reecefit 10, reecefit 10, reecefit 10, reecefit 10, reecefit 10. Conte Sports. Feel free to utilise the code. The stuff's wicked, and to be fair, Mega Pump is fantastic. So if I'm doing arms, Mega Pump bro, 2 scoops, gonna get a sick pump. That's the intro. Hopefully you enjoy. Right guys, so we are in Progress Works Gym. Now, people that might have followed me, maybe since the OG days of like, we're talking the absolute slums of like 2020, post-lockdown. That's who me and Finn trained here. So we're back. I like the gym. The gym's alright, the kit's alright. The people so far seem sound, but there used to be a few weapons here. But I think it's better now. And it was close to where we did some reels prior to this because like I said, I go away tomorrow. So in for arms, top of day, starting off with abs. I look at this session in almost order of importance of things that are absolutely horrendous to average. So my abs, horrendous, they need to be better. So starting off with a bit of abs, we'll superset this with calves. This is pretty much a hashtag get in, get out sort of session. So maximum time I want to be in the gym is probably 60 to like 75 minutes of actual lifting. So abs and calf superset, we'll then move into a little bit of delt work. For me, I don't need a lot, so it'll just be a few side laterals, almost like a bit of metabolic work, and then we'll go into some arm work, which will be good fun. So yeah, all good, get a good pump, get out. That's almost what this day is kind of intentionally designed for. So yeah, Progress Works. I guess Sam will probably edit parts of it, so you might see the gym, but the kit's really good. Like I said, just the people used to be there used to be a fair few weapons, but hopefully that's not the case anymore. So yeah, maybe I'm the weapon now. So that's how it is. The Mega Pump, reecefit 10, reecefit 10, reecefit 10, reecefit 10. Haven't even done a set of arms. The Mega Pump, trust me, reecefit 10 is not my high blood pressure. I shouldn't joke about stuff like that. That is a joke. My blood pressure is fine, trust me. I should not say that. 2 sets of calves, 2 sets of abs to kick off the session. Calf work's pretty simple for me. 2 to 3 sets every single time I do them. Pause in the lengthened, pause in the shortened. really to, if anything, make sure you're actually initiating the movement with the calf. Very easy just to bounce and, if anything, not actually activate the calf. So slightly, let's say, exaggerated pauses, making sure we're going through the fullest range of motion available. I like to keep the reps, especially on a session like this, a little bit higher. So there's not actually any yeah buddy sets. There's probably just going to be actual bit of pump and blood flow work. Like I said, the whole point of this session was just to get a bit of a pump, get blood flow to the areas that are needed. My calves are actually pretty good. Well, they're not as bad as my abs. So just 2 sets here, 2 sets of abs. Then we move into the arm part, which is going to be pretty much 3 bicep, 3 tricep, totaling things like 7 to 8 sets with a few intensifiers in there, and then some metabolic work for the delts. So yeah, that's that. Right guys, so onto the arm part. We have a single arm cable extension, something to tax the tricep in the shorter range. Slight pause in the shorter range. Literally left arm, right arm, pretty simple. We're going to be supersetting this with a preacher curl. Again, something to get the bicep fully short and really, if anything, challenged in that shorter range. So placing our elbow in a position where there's not going to be too much of a drop off. We don't really want that drop off, especially when our bicep and tricep are fresh. So literally, it's going to be bang, 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 get some blood flow to the arms. You'll notice potentially that for the last set of abs, I was doing a different cable attachment. Stole it. I walked over to calves and he stole it. He even said he knew that I was on it. Bit weird, bro. Bit weird. Right guys, so rep ranges, we're running a few different approaches. We're pretty much going for like a medium, heavy, and then light. Something I've ran with arms for the last, I'd argue, I say argue, I don't need to argue. I'd say the last like probably 2 to 3 years. So the first set, get a bit of blood flow, get a bit of a connection there in the musculature, and then pretty much go a little bit heavier for the second set. So let's say hypothetically like a 10 to 15 initially, so set 1, 10 to 15. Second set, maybe a heavier loading, 5 to 10. And then that third set really depends on what feels best, but sometimes like a high rep, like 20 plus. And this is something that I've been deploying on my arm work, and more so like metabolic work, even for like side delts, for front delts, rear delts, for the smaller musculature. I wouldn't be a fan of doing that for like a bigger movement. I'd rather just a standard top set and back off set, but it's definitely something that I think you can get a hell of a lot of benefit from establishing that connection, then loading it, and then getting more metabolic work. Therefore, you're covering all bases, and therefore getting some growth, growing some muscle. Oh my god, this wasn't planned. Essential Gains, Conte Sports, reecefit 10. The best EAA. To be fair, an EAA is an EAA, but it's a good EAA. And if you want to get a discount, reecefit 10, reecefit 10, reecefit 10, reecefit 10, reecefit 10. 2 plugs so far in this video. They're the only products I've got on me. I think I've got Conviction Elite in the car, carb driving the car. So, Sam, after we finish, we'll go get some more plugs. We won't. First, supersets complete. So something like I said, to get the bicep in the shortened, and then likewise the tricep. As I mentioned earlier, elbow position on a preacher curl is pretty important. When the hand passes the elbow, so pretty much in that kind of contraction point, there's going to be a drop off, normal, some mechanics. This preacher as well is going to kind of accentuate that. So what I try to do is, if anything, you'll notice I put my elbow almost over the pad and really have it so the drop off is pretty much non-existent based off my hand finishing in line with my elbow. So it's getting the most out of the bicep in that shortened position. So that's the first superset for biceps and tries done. Very full, feel really good, which is good. I said to Sam, my elbows and stuff feel a little bit janky. Deload coming up, so with performance rapidly rising, fatigue's been pretty noticeable the last week or two, and then also me and Finn have been training back together. So as a result of that, like, we've been taking a fair few assisted reps, which when you can recover from, fantastic, but also at the same time, I haven't been taking many assisted reps for the vast majority of this year with prep, and then me and Finn not training with each other as often and as frequently as we'd both like. So yeah, I'm battered pretty much, that's the best way I can describe it. So deload coming up, which will be good, get a little bit less fatigue and stress off my joints, which will be nice. So like I said, it's quite nice to get a bit of a blood flow. Bit of blood flow to the arms today, but I can definitely tell my elbows feel a bit sore. So yeah, first movements complete for arms. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, Sam, minimum, like 35s or 40s. Sam was like, cheat curl 35s? I was like, cheat curl? Bro, strict curl? Cheat curl like 50s easy today. Men's physique. I've had too many like cocky comments in this video, so I'm not even going to joke about men's physique. Men's physique is over. Sam said I've looked like a men's physique guy though, so yeah, clearly I'm not eating enough or taking enough. 40s. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Sam? Yeah, buddy. Like, I'd say that was quite yeah, buddy. Like, I don't think I got past there, but who needs full range of motion? Yeah, probably wouldn't do that again. But Sam said, you said the 40s, mate, so you've got to do the 40s. We'll take it, but not very good. Oh. That was definitely not planned. I didn't know if Sam was videoing. He said, I just wanted to say, since mate, talk.
No, I was saying, since I've been sort of training, moved away from reef, I'm still using the same training methods, still hitting my numbers, still following the same process. And that's all from Reece. I'm not going to big him up too much as he already is, but it's all down to him.
That actually wasn't planned. That wasn't planned. He actually was going to say that, and I was like, Sam, you're videoing. Get this on video. One of my old clients, literally, probably like one of the first, you and Sam, I remember like probably one of the first people to like properly trust me after that lockdown, where I had a few clients, like, it's funny, I'm not saying this for the video, but like genuinely, like without people like you and Sam, I probably wouldn't be in the position I'm in now.
Without you, mate, I wouldn't be Well, no, I'm still following that same
Yeah.
process. So
Well, I saw you doing the pull downs, and I was like,
yeah, well,
you
that's what
remembered.
I knew you were there.
You remembered.
Following that, slowing it down,
Yeah.
you know, just doing my usual stuff, mate. From you, really.
No, awesome, man. Well, yeah, awesome, man. Sound, bro. What a guy. Right guys, so last part of arms. We've just done a skull crusher, supersetted with a yeah buddy dumbbell hammer curl. I swear I said like start of the video, no yeah buddy sets. Can't help it, can't help it. So we're now moving into the last movement for triceps and biceps. This is going to have an intensified focus, so a little bit more metabolic work. So we're going to be doing a double drop. This is like, I call this a Coach Kasim tricep extension. In reality, it's a tricep extension doing this. So that's what we're doing. I saw it on Coach Kasim or Coach_Kasim's Instagram. I don't know the name of it, but it's almost like a katana extension, but single arm. So double drop here, both sides. Then we're gonna do a facing weight cable curl, double drop. And then that's arm work done. And then we're gonna finish off with a front, side, and rear delt metabolic, pretty much like finisher. So yeah. Arms almost feel swollen, like with the amount of blood flow, which is crazy. I was saying to Sam, like before we actually got into the arm work, I'm always a big fan of saying to people, I don't think many people need an arm day. I could argue myself, I don't really need an arm day. It's the reason why I only have this in for a very short period of time. However, when it comes to the internal feel, when you do arms at the back end of a push session, back end of a pull session, you're already somewhat fatigued, both physically and also mentally. So when doing them at the start, like the connection, it almost feels like you've never trained your arms before when you're not used to it. Because I haven't ever really ran an arm day, other than when I was about 16. And everyone just runs arm days constantly. So yeah, really, really good pump. And it's the reason why today's session is more metabolic focused. Hopefully Sam with the edit keeps up the tempo, because the tempo of the session is a lot faster than my usual sessions. But it's good fun, and it's good fun to get a bit of a pump and not have to go in with so much pressure of, I've got X numbers to hit. It's just get a pump, get a good feel, and then that's that. Enjoy it. So there we go. It's a lovely sofa. It's a very nice sofa. It's sunk into it. Hopefully I don't get told off for not having a towel on the sofa. The delt finisher was, you got that. I got told off for not having a towel on one of the benches. So that's the video, guys. That was the last delt and arm top-up day. like I said, be taking a deload, which will be fucking needed. My joints are pretty battered. I'll see kind of how I feel when I get away. Like I might train for the first few days, then take a few days off. Usually I like to take the second week off, but if I'm honest with how I feel, I probably will take the first few days off because I'm pretty battered. Like at this point, it's like, are my knees going to be able to be trained at 100% when it comes to my leg training? Probably not. On my upper body, would I want to press today? And it would be a push day. And would I want to press today? Judging off how my elbows feel, no. So a little bit of pump work today, and it was a good day. It was good fun. Me and Sam shot some content prior to this, so for the time of being away, we'll have some cool reels coming out, which will be all good. And then this is just pretty much wrapping you through what I've been doing for the last few weeks to maintain the quality. Because basically what I've done, I kind of didn't explain this at the start, I probably should have, is I've pulled down the arm work on the other sessions and like the arm and delt work on the other sessions. So basically I can have the overall quality of those sessions be the highest spot possible relative to the fact that I can make most of the movements be big, demanding compounds, and then I can do the fluff work, the isolation work on a day like this. So the overall weekly workload stays as high up as possible when it comes to quality. So that's the reason why this arm day was kind of implemented, or this top-up day was implemented. We finished off with a tricep for the delts. So front delt, side delt, rear delt. We actually went the other way, so we went rear delt, side delt, front delt, but it doesn't really matter with the order. First set was a straight set, second set was a double drop, so something to get more blood flow. The main goal of a tricep or any intensify is just to get blood flow to the area. So we were really trying to ramp up the amount of total workload across all areas when it comes to, let's say, what we can get into our delts in a short time frame, and just literally flood them with as much blood flow as possible, and then enhance with mega pump, reecefit 10, utilize the code, you get a good pump. So yeah, so that was the plan for delts. I have done that before with a giant set to finish, so basically just one straight set, like 50 rep plus. So any intensifier, could be a drop set, could be, let's say, potentially a rest pause, could be some yeah buddy partials, could be a giant set, but for today we should have rest pause with 2 sets and it felt good. So sorry, rest pause, we did a drop set, double drop, and that was pretty much what we chose. So yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoyed kind of the post-show transition. This is kind of like, in a sense, like phase 2 wrapped up. So bodyweight's in a really good spot, still in a really, really responsive position, and genuinely I'm in that sort of spot now where it's like, I feel really good, training's flying, everything's really positive, and I'm not like absolutely sick to death of food. So I really need to kind of appreciate where I'm at right now, because I probably am not, like, give it 3, 4, 5, 6 months, I'm probably going to be like not enjoying food as much, feeling a bit more sluggish. But at the same time, that's bodybuilding, and with my goals, unfortunately, in a sense, I have to kind of accept that I'm going to get heavier, going to get potentially stronger, going to feel more battered. Like, it's going to be part of the process, but that's part of what physique development is, and I'm here for it, and you've got to love it. And I do like it, unfortunately, or fortunately. So yeah, all is good, all is good. But hopefully everyone's enjoyed the video today. We'll be back after the holiday. I think we'll be filming in Wales with Josh. He'll be literally in peak week, which will be quite exciting. So that'll be in September. And literally from when I get back, it's going to be show weekends, clients on stage, and me switching into more of a coach. So yeah, everyone's coming in. So I'm going to wrap this video up, going to say hi to Nicola, and everything should be all good. So yeah, sound guys, catch you later. Hello Nicola, how you doing?